Young Blood Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We are back and ready in action. Today is an interesting episode. It's the first one that we've done in a long time over the phone. We got Mr. Nick Dellamonica on the line. How you doing today, Nick?
Yo, what's up, Casey?
What's up? We call him Delly with the dilly. You know, he's got a big Delly, baby. I don't know if any of you guys are in college, you know, and if you are, you're real familiar with the dilly. But this isn't like that. This is Delly. Nick Delly is a great friend of mine. I have recently ran into him through Twerk, actually. And those of you who know Twerk, his name is Michael Dinescu. He goes by Twerk. He's a frat boy. The thing is, crazy enough to me, being called Twerk, I have walked around this town naming this guy by Michael Dinescu. And the thing is, he has a fantastic reputation. He's the most wholesome, full-hearted man you will ever meet in your entire life. There is not a single fucking bad bone in this guy's body. So don't get me wrong when I call him Twerk. Like, y'all don't know him. He's a fucking badass. He's the best man you'll ever meet. He's the most genuine dude that you will ever run into. Like, he just wholeheartedly cares about everybody he runs into. So just keep that in mind. His name is Twerk, but he earned that name because he likes to fucking twerk around, man. He likes to twerk.
He's a good dancer,
yeah, he likes to dance. He likes to do his thing. But yeah, I did a show with Michael Dinescu a little while back, and that was actually the only other over-the-phone podcast that we did for the Young Blood Podcast. I had multiple series, 2 to be exact, so actually only 2 series, nothing multiple. I'm not that fucking good. But we had 2 series. The first one, like I had explained to you earlier before we actually went live, I did a series before. Basically just because everybody in Italy was trying to do their part and report on this and just really show the drastic increase in the drastic rate of spread, just how fast this shit was moving. They were just trying to do their part. Nobody knew how to help. So they were taking selfies, videos, all those fun things just to get their fucking part in. You know, not everybody knew what to do at first. Like, people were sewing masks. They were doing all kinds of crazy
right.
Facebook
this
posts.
Is new to everybody.
Yeah, this is super new, and everybody wants to participate. Everybody wants to be a human in some way, shape, or form. So intro to the side, Nick Delly. He for those of you in the service industry, which I know a lot of you actually are a big part of this podcast right now, especially not working, and I do report on a lot of things going on with COVID-19 in Boise, especially because this is a podcast for Boise locals. This is not a COVID-19 podcast, guys. That's not what it's about anymore. That was the first series. This is more just about me sitting down and engaging with people from the town, you know, and that's been the best part about this whole thing. And I'm not going to get into it too crazy, but dude, if you haven't started a podcast or if you haven't been on one, reach out to me to get on this shit, start your own, do something fun. But it's really an experience you should check out. You should try. Because we don't, as a community now, we don't communicate with each other the way that you do on a podcast. Like, this is just something like, Nick, I guarantee you're never going to do again unless you do on another show. And I can say that confidently because I know for a fact, like, I was cool enough with you. I at least sat down, I went through my outline before the show, and I was just like, hey, this is kind of some of the talking points that I want to bring up. And every other show I've done has just been fucking freestyle, dude. Like, there's not been a single issue. Right. It's always flowed. Like, we just sit and talk. Like, me and Michael went over an hour, no fucking problem. And I've been trying to get you on for a bit just because, like, me and you we're big advocates for the EDM scene. We're big glovers, and not a lot of people are aware of what gloving is. And it's a very passionate, very empathetic, very rave cultured thing. You know, right. It's something nobody really knows.
It's not for
regular.
Everybody.
Yeah, it's not for everybody. It's super fucking weird. I'm gonna come straight out and say it. It's super weird. Like, I have been a glover for 10 years, and I'm gonna say that confidently. I have been twinkling my fingers and doing spirit fingers from fucking what's that one movie, that cheerleading movie. Bring it up again or bring it back again. Fucking whatever. Bring it on. Bring it on again, dude. Spirit fingers over here. Bring it on again with the fucking spirit fingers. That's where I'm at, And that's what I got called in high school, man. But, like, I moved from a state where people were super laid back about fucking gloving. I moved from the origin of gloving, the San Fernando Valley, the first gloving store to ever open in America was fucking in San Fernando Valley, bro. Amazinglights.com, iHeartRaves. I'm also an advocate. They're not a sponsor of the podcast, but I was an affiliate for them for a long time. Go check them out. That being said, dude, we're fucking guys who throw gloves on our fingers.
Yep.
And twirl around for dudes on drugs at a show. But, that's not what it's about, guys. Nick, why don't you, in your words real quick, tell me what gloving has done for you, bro? Like, we know this is, again, something people find very fucking weird. Right. They haven't accepted in a lot of forms.
Yeah.
But it really is. It's just it's a fucking awesome thing, man. Like, it's passion. It's dance.
I don't really talk to people too much about gloving. But if you're at a rave and if you've ever gotten a light show, it's a very personal one-on-one thing that in the end it's dancing. Whether it be your hands, people dance with their bodies. It's a form of dance that people do, and it's getting more and more popular. But it's not for everyone. A lot of people, it's super easy to see it for face value and kind of make a judgment based off of the fact that you literally have lights on your fingertips, and it does look maybe silly from an outsider's perspective, but you have to have a really open mind and give it a chance. And I think if you do that, it kind of changes the way that you view it.
Which is definitely the hardest thing that you come across, is finding people with an open mind on it. Right. At least as far as I've noticed, especially because it's again, guys, gloving is literally the art, and I say art because it is a fucking art of putting white gloves on your fingers. And these gloves aren't just one fucking light you turn on and off, right? These gloves have full chip sets with programming, and you have to learn how to program these things. You can customize and program every single color, flash rate, every single fucking aspect of these lights are programmable and customizable. Excuse me. That being said, the possibilities of these lights and somebody who really takes the time to learn it like an instrument are fucking astronomical.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
It's limitless.
Words are working now for me. Astronomical, ladies and gentlemen. I can fucking talk. I swear to God. Astronomical proportions of this shit. It's crazy the things you can fucking do, okay?
Astronomical,
okay? It's crazy. Like, literally, when I first learned how to glove, I just used to... This was 10 years ago when I first learned how to glove. So it's this thing called conjuring. And when you conjure, you take the light and you turn it off in one hand and click it in the second hand. And what you do is you click them at the same time with one on and one off, and it makes it jump from hand to hand. And the ability to do this can cause so much dramatic fucking musicality in your show. Yeah. And for those of you who don't know what musicality is the ability to depict a song, and like, it's a dancer's thing. Somebody who's a dancer and who has musicality, they can really just fucking flow and show the song with their body, and there's no break in connection, and it's absolutely fluid in every way. And that's what musicality is. And this fucking dance form, this whatever you want to call it, has formed from the most insane circumstances. It's literally kids getting fucking lights thrown in their face at a rave. Now it is a full-on culture, guys. This is a full-on culture.
There's communities of people that glove. It's crazy.
It is. There are full-on communities of people that glove. And we can sit here and get into this all night, but I got to take a minute here. We are at... Dude, already, Deli, we've done a 10-minute podcast, dude. You've never done a podcast in your entire life. We've hit 10 minutes,
we're blowing by.
So, at 10 minutes here, I do got to take a quick word from my sponsors. My main sponsor, my one and only, the Ride or Die. We've got Treasure Valley Barber Co., guys. I'm going to take a minute to explain a little bit about Treasure Valley Barber Co. This is a company that hits home for me. I personally was there for the startup of this company. I was there every way, shape, and form. I was there every step. I had actually done the flooring and the hardwood vinyl in this fucking barbershop. This is a big barbershop, too. I had no idea it was a barbershop when I started doing the floor in there. I was like, oh, dude, this is a big building, blah, 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 blah. And then I got to meet the owner. The owner of this company is the most stand-up character you will ever meet. He really genuinely cares about what he does. He really genuinely cares about the Treasure Valley. And not to mention, he's a vet, guys. You know, and just a little something about the Treasure Valley Barbacoa. It was started by a veteran who had worked as a barber since getting out of the Air Force. He worked a tremendous amount of hours for 3 years straight with the goal to save money and open his own shop. He did accomplish this, and he opened his doors in June 2017. Since then, business has grown exponentially and has become a place where a lot of locals really count on this guy. They really count on their regular haircuts. They go there weekly, daily, some of these people. They're closed down right now. This COVID-19 has all kinds of local businesses and local people not fucking doing good, you guys. And we really need to do something about these companies, something for these companies. And you know, the crew at Treasure Valley Barbacoa takes a lot of pride in each and every haircut they take. You know, they do. They take a lot of pride in it. It's not to them about the quality. They don't try to get you in and out. The second you walk in the door there, they tell you to take a seat. What does that tell you? Not, hey, I'll be right with you. They say, hey, take a seat. That means you're going to have to wait, you know? And that means it's going to be a goddamn good haircut. And every time I've been in there, I have happily looked Nick square in the eyes and said, dude, I'll wait for you, brother. I will sit there and wait 10 minutes sometimes and wait an hour sometimes, you know? And every single time I walk away from his haircut, I am satisfied. He knows what I want with my hair more than I know. That's what's crazy. So anyways, yeah. So the crew at Treasure Valley Barbacoa, they take a lot of pride in their haircuts. And they're not the cheapest haircut in town, guys, but they're the best haircut in town. So take a moment. When this is all over, stop on in. They're obviously closed right now. But if you do want to support them, support this business, they... Oh, sorry, I had a little lag there on the computer. They are selling sweatshirts. They're selling apparel. They do have things that you can go buy. So if you can't go get a haircut right now, you can do that much. Okay? Amsterdam Lounge. Moving on to the next one, ladies and germs. Ladies and gents. Fence and bents. That makes no sense. Anyways, Amsterdam Lounge. These guys are not a sponsor, but I wanted to spread the word for them as what they're doing is fucking awesome. They're selling hand sanitizer, guys. They have taken fucking any means necessary to do what they can as a bar, as a nightclub in Boise, to make some money, to do their part, keep their employees in fucking work, keep them busy, keep them doing something. Amsterdam Lounge, guys, right there on 6th and Main. You pull up straight up to the building. They will take care of you. They'll run out, little hot bartender girl, whoever's working that day will run out, sell you a hand-sized, sell you a big bottle. Or, hell, guys, they got corporate boxes. You need a $100 box with $10 or multiple different sizes for all your employees, all kinds of things. They've got a package for you there. They've got all kinds of fun stuff. Check it out, guys. Check it out. Last but not least, Paint the Town Boise, ladies and gentlemen. I have a very good friend of mine. His name is Rex Tedeschi Jr. Rex Tedeschi Jr. has been such a great fucking guy. Every time I see this guy, he's just doing something super fucking awesome for himself. He's taking care of himself, taking care of his family. He's another contractor just like I am. He does construction for a living, and he really he cares about what he does in every way, shape, and form, which I like to say a lot. Way, shape, and form. Say it one more time for you. But he really does give a shit about what he does. One thing that Rex Tedeschi does, other than contracting, construction, and all that fun jazz and shit, he works with Paint the Town Boise. He runs his business, and he takes some time for this charity every single year. He donates hours of his labor, of his employees' labor. He also takes he's got a Facebook. I'm friends with him all the time. I only really see the posts about Paint the fucking Town every year. Like every time I check up on him, he's posting this shit. Like he's a major advocate for it. And I took the time and I offered free advertising space for one local business because I am selling ad slots right now. My podcast is growing. Clearly, if you're here listening, you know I've got it's. And also, to those of you who do listen, you know the reason I do this podcast is not about the fucking podcast. It's about the conversations that I've had with my peers, and that shit it's sucked me in. I am invested It is 1 o'clock in the morning. I work at 7 a.m. and I am taking the time out of my fucking night to record, process, and do this podcast. And guys, that shit means a lot. This whole experience, everything we're doing here, really does resonate. You know, whether it resonates with me, whether it resonates with you, or whether this conversation sticks with somebody that I have it with for the long time. That's what it's about. And if I end up with followers, if I end up with people, if people want to fucking come on the show and they think what I'm doing is cool because the fact that I think it's cool, bet. Cool.
Cheers.
Fucking cheers. Amen. Moving on, guys. We are over the fucking ads, all that bullshit, all that fun stuff. We've got Nick Dellamonica on the other line. This isn't an in-person podcast, but, you know, we got to do that social distancing thing, you know. This is a preliminary for when he comes on in the future, maybe after episode 100. Who knows? It's only episode 10. Again, welcome to episode 10, ladies and germs. This is it. We made it. Episode 10. Nick Dellamonica, tell me what you do for work, brother.
I am working at Barbacoa. Because of COVID, I have not been to work in over a month and a half, so just waiting to hear back from Barbacoa, waiting to get back in there, honestly.
How's your unemployment? Have you gotten it yet?
I filed. I have gotten it already.
Do you want to go back to work? Are you making more than you normally do? Because you're from Barbacoa. That's the thing. I talked to my other buddy who works at Ruth Chris, and Ruth Chris is a very prominent, very well-known, very wealthy steakhouse, just like Barbacoa. It's not a steakhouse, but Barbacoa is fucking good in every way, shape, and form. Again, with the way, shape, and form. Barbacoa, phenomenal food.
It's amazing. If you haven't been, you should definitely
go
try it.
Yeah, I will. And one thing I am going to have to say, just as a respect to the family and everything going on, you know, my prayers are out to the family and the owners of Barbacoa. And, you know, I'm so sorry to hear about what happened. And I'm really praying for Demetrius and his family and everything that's going on right now. And praying for you too, brother. That's some hard stuff to hear.
Yeah, same, dude. Barbacoa it's a really special place. Honestly, everyone that works there is really close. And I definitely feel terrible for the Castro family. Right. Robert, I see Robert pretty much every week. I work all week. Every week I see him. And it's kind of sad that he's not going to be at the restaurant anymore.
Exactly. And
he has a lot of people that go in just to see him and just to make time to talk to him. And I don't know what's going to happen with all those people if they still want to come to Koa.
They will. Sure. That's the thing, man. Like, this isn't about I didn't want to. The thing is, I don't want to talk about Robert. I don't want to. I want to give my condolences. I want to give my respect to the family, and I want to send Demetrius my love. And other than that, man, that's the best we can do out of respect for the family and with what's going on right now. It's a hard time for everybody. And talking about the whole situation is not what we need to be doing. Talking about what's next, where we can go from this is probably the next move. You know what I mean? And the next move for you right now is getting your ass back to work.
Correct.
You know, and don't worry about all that shit, man. You know fucking Koa's. It's the most
There's also a ton of other people also trying to get back to their work, a lot of restaurants, so.
Well, I'll tell you what. You know what I've noticed with this whole fucking thing, man, is people don't want to work.
Yeah.
They don't because they've gotten comfy, man. Like, I'm not offering work for tile labor, bro. I'm literally offering work for somebody just to make $60 to $50 a day to drive me literally 45 minutes to an hour away from town. You go home for the rest of the day, right? And then you come back at 5 o'clock. You make $50, bro, and I pay for your gas. Yeah.
Sounds like a good deal to me.
And it's under the table, so you ain't fucking got to fuck with your unemployment. You got nothing. It's fine.
Right.
But finding somebody to do that, bro, was so hard. And, like, I posted on job sites. I posted all kinds of stuff. And this was after I originally was just trying to find somebody to come out and work with me for the day that had a car and could do that too. I was like, no, I'll just hire somebody and then hopefully they have some perks and they can take care of the drive part too. No, I had to hire a driver because nobody literally wants to work right now, bro.
Yeah, dude, I can definitely admit I've been feeling pretty lazy since I haven't been to work in so long.
Why wouldn't you? You're making... Actually, to go back on my question, are you making just as good, if not more money than you were before?
I am making a little bit less than I was.
Okay, because my buddy that works at Ruth Chris was making more with his unemployment. But you also work at Barbacoa. Barbacoa is a very good tip spot. That place, you get fucking money.
That's where I make.
Which we're not trying to brag about that. It's just it's fine dining. But Ruth
Barbacoa
Chris
is an experience.
but yeah, it is an experience. Great way to put it. Ruth Chris is also a fine dining experience, but they're also a chain. Barbacoa is the one and only in Boise, fucking Idaho. You will never get anything like it. You will never find something else. Go there. Check it out,
It's uncomparable, and in Boise, you don't see anything close.
Don't worry, guys. They're not a sponsor of this podcast. I'd be one lucky motherfucker if they were.
I totally start working on that.
All right, Mr. Dellamonica, there was a couple things I wanted to bring up to you today before the end of the show. We're not doing a crazy long show. It's over the phone. I like to do the long shows in person. So, everybody gets bored when you're just sitting there talking. Hopefully they don't get bored. I can't believe I've gone from... Can you check this out, Deli? I've gone from calling people nightly to be like, hey, dude, you want to fucking do a podcast with me? Where I have an entire week's worth of fucking people lined up to come on my show now. I have sponsors... And, dude, I never thought I'd even see those two things. I'm like, what the fuck? Sponsors and a schedule of people trying to come on? Because, dude, the first couple episodes, I was just dicking around, just fucking with it. And it was literally just focused on the idea of a podcast. Like, I had made myself convinced that I was going to do it. And COVID-19 had kind of kickstarted everything, And because of that, I'm so happy, dude. There's, like... a crazy amount of shitty things that came out of COVID-19, and then there was a crazy amount of good things, I feel like. Have you had some good things come out of this for you?
Oh, dude, I've spent so much time with my family the last month and a half. I've never had this much time with them since I graduated high school, so there's a lot of good things.
Home, man. You feel at home. You feel wholesome.
Dude, it feels good to be at home right now. No lie.
You got a fucking tight family unit too, bro. I have so much respect for your family. It's so awesome. Like just
thanks, brother.
Seeing your house, being there, like seeing your guys' situation, meeting your awesome mother who's the fucking cook of the queen right there, man.
Totally.
She's a great lady,
crazy
bro.
in the kitchen.
She's a great lady. Tell me, actually, let's get away from the coronavirus. We're over all that shit. Coronavirus, we've talked about it enough. Nobody fucking likes it. Nobody wants to be a part of it. Ghost stories. Mr. Dellamonica.
Let's go to it. Ghost stories.
Ghost stories. Give me one. Give me something. Give me anything.
I don't know. Okay, so this isn't like a ghost story where you see a ghost and it freaks you out type thing. But this is a story my mother told me about my great-grandmother. When my great-grandfather passed away, my great-grandmother buried him in a funeral, and it was raining the next couple weeks after that, and she kept having these terrible dreams that she was screaming, that my great-grandfather was screaming that he was drowning. And it freaked her out so bad. She went and dug up the grave, and guess what was in the coffin?
Nothing.
It was full of water.
Whoa! Okay.
Right, dude? It freaked me out when my mom told me this story, and... yeah, that's.
Is that like the main one, you guys?
That's the main. That's my big hoorah right there.
And detail and everything. Crazy. Damn, son, you want to hear a ghost story?
Yeah.
All right, bro. Here's a ghost story for you. Have you ever heard the rumors about kind of the slave trade going on in downtown Boise back in the 1800s and stuff? How a lot of the buildings in downtown Boise have slave quarters, and they have like 1800s fucking dungeons and shit like that down on the bottom. It's like have you ever been in the bottom of Mulligan's or Amsterdam Lounge or any of those buildings?
I have. Yeah, definitely.
They're fucking creepy, huh?
It is creepy.
Yeah, all right. So back, I used to be the closing bar manager, whatever you want to call it, at the Halfpenny Irish Pub. So I was closing there 7 nights a week almost. By myself. That's how they ran it there, because it wasn't a super busy bar. It was a really good bar, but it was a dive bar. So people would come in there, get their drinks, leave. It's from 12 p.m. to about 2 a.m. You had about 1 or 2 customers. You closed the bar down. 3 a.m. You went home. There'd be some nights, where I really take good care of my customers. We got some people coming in. And you make the best of it. You're in the alley down in Boise. You're not down on 6th and Main in the main street. You're a little bit off. So you take what you can get. You get really busy when it's a concert or something like that at the Knit. Other than that, you don't get a lot of peeps. But when you do, it's a good time, man. It's a fun little dive bar. So there'd be a few times where I take, a couple extra minutes on my clothes because I'm talking with customers, something like that, and I end up hanging around a little later than 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. Halfpenny Irish Pub is also located very central to the slave trade, old district, old buildings of Idaho kind of idea. With this, I hadn't known my entire time working there that the Halfpenny was haunted. Very haunted. And I'm never one to be an advocate for the haunting, shit like that. Don't bug me. Never has. I've just been like, oh, that's creepy shit. I don't fuck with it. Whatever. Cool. I have so many fucking ghost stories from that one goddamn building. It's absolutely insane. Like, I have been fucked with by a ghost so many times. And the crazy thing about this ghost is, bro, like, he's a very passive, just like, hey, I want you to know I'm here, but I'm not gonna hurt you kind of ghost. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Like, you could just like kill me. Like, why you gotta be so present, bro? And so there was multiple instances where I had either one, if not the same experience with this ghost at this pub closing the bar. And so the first time, this is the one that really hit hard with me, man. And I had and the reason it hit so hard is because I had somebody there with me. I had a friend there with me sitting at the bar because he was giving me a ride home. He was in the area, and he was, hey, dude, you need a ride home from work? We'll carpool. Cool, let's take care of it. I was like, bet. He was sitting at my bar, and I'm closing up. Nobody's been in here for hours. It's just me and him. He's drinking a beer. I'm mopping the floor. We hear a fucking really very vivid whistle from the corner of the bar. And me and him are like, what the fuck was that? And I'm like, dude, you know what a whistle is. You're like, cool, whatever, that was a whistle. No, this fucking whistle was like, I was like, whoa, dude. Was that motherfucking whistle just to the Irish music? And my buddy and I were both staring at each other like, nah, that's stupid.
That's crazy.
That's stupid. No fucking way. And I'm like, sitting there mopping. And I'm like, bro, did you fucking hear that? And he's like, no. White-faced. Barely speak. Bro, who the fuck's in here? And I'm like, I'm the one who works there. I'm fucking the one telling my buddy, hey, sit at the bar. It's all good. I'm like, dude, nobody's supposed to be in here right now. That's not okay. I've been closed for 2 hours, bro. Like, the doors have been locked. I've been alone. I've been closed. Who the fuck is in my bar? And at this point, my first instinct is to think it's the cook, somebody just like fucking with me, having a good time, thinking it's funny, whatever. Cool. Whatever. Hey, Gabe, that's not funny, bro. You're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to leave like an hour ago, dog. Like, you can't be in the kitchen right now. Like, go home. My buddy and I both consecutively shit our pants. From there, I'm like, dude, that's not okay. I fucking walk into the back of the fucking bar, freaking the fuck out. I'm like, dude, I heard you in here. Where the fuck are you? I was convinced at this point it was a bum. I thought it was some homeless guy. And I was convinced. It's a bum. It's a bum. I got to kick this guy out right now. I got to go fight a bum, get him out my bar. No harm, no foul. Cool.
Dude, ghosts exist.
No, it wasn't no fucking bum. You know why? I walked the entire building. I called my boss. I was like, dude, I am not getting fired tomorrow because I left a bum in this bar. There's somebody in here, bro. There's somebody in here. Like, he's like, nah, dude. Do me a favor.
That's creepy,
Check
dude.
all the... No, dude, it gets worse, bro. Check all the stalls. Do everything. Somebody might be in the bar. We got to check. I checked everything. And me and my fat friend, dude, I'm walking around the bar with a fucking nightstick. Like, let's fucking see. Nobody was there. Nobody. Finally, right before we leave that night, dude, I'm like about to walk out of the building. I check one more time. Hey, is anybody in here? Like, what the fuck? What's going on? Hey, anybody in here? I'm like, oh my fucking God, dude, this is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. We jet out. Bar's closed.
I would have left way earlier than that.
That was the first. The second.
Oh man.
Oh, dude. That was.
It gets worse.
Oh, dude, that was probably the gnarliest one, but
Yeah.
it wasn't about like how scary every single interaction was. It was more about like the fact that it happened multiple times. Second time, I'm by myself. I'm like, all right, I know there's a ghost up in here. I'm gonna try to get my clothes done, get out of here. No harm, no foul. Everybody wins, and I'm fucking home. Doing my clothes, doing my shit. Everything's fucking done. Everything's fucking good. But at this point, I had known there was a ghost and shit. So I was just like, you know what, man? Fuck it. I'm going to put headphones in. Fuck this ghost. This ghost ain't got shit on me. I got headphones. Fuck, man. Was I wrong? Holy shit. I'm sitting there fucking mopping, dude. And it's like 3:10 in the morning. Witching hour, bro. Like the worst time of the night for ghosts. This motherfucker straight whistles, and I shit you not, bro. He does that same stupid. And I'm like, you son of a bitch. And the worst part is, bro, I had fucking headphones blasting, Deli. I had headphones absolutely fucking just like fucking going.
Blaring.
Yeah. Dude, this whistle was
still heard the
direct.
whistle?
No. I didn't just hear it. I felt it. I felt the air of his breath, its breath in the back of my neck as it was like. And I was like, I'm pretty sure I had a small aneurysm and a mini heart attack all at the same time. Peed a little. And from there, I ran the fuck out of the bar, dude. I literally got a call the next day and I got in trouble because I didn't do my clothes correctly. And I was like, dude, here's the deal. Watch the cameras. Watch the cameras and see exactly what I fucking did. You see me mopping and you see me jet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I literally am mopping and I fucking drop the mop and I'm out. You can fire me. You can fucking fire me. I'm... Fuck this job. They didn't fire me. They were like, no, we saw the cameras, dude. You literally... We saw the fear of God in your eyes, dog. We literally saw the fear of God. I was like, yeah, I felt the fear of God. Lastly, this is the worst one. I hadn't fucking quit at this point. I was still working there, bro. This was the last straw for me, dude. Like, I literally, I left that last time. This time, I was like, dude, I don't know if I can do this anymore. I'm over it. I'm doing my fucking clothes, dog, and I had been left alone for a couple weeks. No harm. Hadn't been fucked with. Hadn't been bothered. Fucking doing my tips. Do you guys run Aloha at our barbacoa? What's your POS?
Do we do what?
What's your POS at barbacoa?
Our POS?
Yeah, like your system for tips and for taking orders and stuff. Do you use Aloha? Do you know what that means?
I can't remember the name.
Anyways,
exactly.
I'm used to Aloha. A lot of my friends are used to Aloha. It's a POS, which means basically POS is a system that bars or restaurants run to do their food orders. Yeah,
I'm not familiar with Aloha.
Yeah. So like Amsterdam runs Aloha. Fucking all the, like Challenger bars run Aloha. Ranch Club. Like, it's a very popular platform out here. Anyways, when you get done with Aloha at the end of the night, you have to enter your tips. Okay, I was entering my tips, doing my thing. Everything else was done. Everything. I'm literally fucking sitting there, bro, and I see a silhouette of a person walk behind me in the reflection of my screen while I'm entering my tips. Oh, bro, I turned the fuck around. I'm like, who's there? And I'm like, nobody's there. I quit. Like, literally, that one for me was like that. Because like I saw a dark fucking figure like walk behind me, and I was like, that's either a person or nothing. You know what I mean? I was like, that's something, or it's something.
Right.
And I turned around, and there was nothing there. So it was something. You know what I mean? That to me, I was like, dude, I don't give a fuck if this ghost is giving me candy and popsicles. He can go fuck himself. This is creepy shit.
That's
like,
the last straw.
That's the last straw for me, bro.
Dude, that would have been the last straw for me too. No lie.
Dude, I'm telling you, like it's all those creepy ass bars downtown Boise, bro. They're just absolutely fucking haunted, and ridiculous, and scary. Lastly, we're gonna get off the ghost stories. That was a fun fucking story. I hope you enjoyed it. Last thing I kind of want to bring up a little bit. Taking school in high school online. Dude, imagine being the socially awkward kid in high school who still like was forced to hang around kids all day, but you still got social skills out of it. Like, but you couldn't have friends. Like, you couldn't, like, you just were like, fuck people, I hate this. But you were still forced to go to school every day and experience some kind of social interaction and experience how other humans act. That's no longer a thing, bro. You literally, like, all these students right now, 16, 17-year-old kids are forced to be going to school 8:45 in the morning and doing it online. There's no connection. There's no nothing. They still have to go, though.
That's probably really hard for
I would drop
for
out.
people in high
I'm
school.
telling you this right now. I would drop out.
Dude, and think about their experience and how they're gonna remember it. That's really sad. A lot of them probably are missing out on
My
prom.
best memories were from
Some good
being
memories.
a dickhead in class, bro. Like, I was such a douchebag, and like, not to my friends, but my teacher. I was the asshole. I got sent to the office. I had all that shit happen, dude. I was like, I had massive ADHD, so I was terrible at learning, and I never went to the doctor and got them to be like, hey, here's Adderall. Fucking, let's crack you out all day so you just want to do homework. I was like, fuck no. I'd rather have a personality and a humor. You know? So I had fun the whole time in high school, man. I really fucking made the best of it. But goddamn, if I had to do it online, I'd be a high school dropout right now.
They're gonna have to do it. I mean, think about it. Every single school across the United States has pretty much experienced COVID in their state, and now they're switching. It's going to be like this for a while, I think.
I don't think it's ever going to go back to normal. This was the national standard we needed to hit for them to make the move.
Right.
This was the criteria that they needed for them to say we can change things.
It's just for the safety of all of them.
It is. You're right, but at the same time, it's never going to go back.
It's going to be so different, I'm sure, the way we handle sanitary duties in schools and everything, bro. It's going to be completely different. But mainly, students online, it's hard to engage. You just don't get that face-to-face interaction with your teachers. You don't get to experience hang out with your friends at lunch, and it becomes probably pretty boring, if you ask me.
Dude. Why do you think I said I'd drop out, man? The only thing that kept me through school was being entertained, making friends, being a human. Look, dude,
yeah.
I'm on fucking quarantine right now, and I'm driven crazy. I started a podcast just because I talk into a mic because I can't talk to people. Like, it's just something to do.
Dude, you get to go outside. You get to go to different classes. You have to be there on time. It builds responsibility and character. And now you just wake up, turn on your laptop, and you sit there. And you're probably you're not very focused.
So depressing, dog. Like, I don't know about you. I enjoy sitting at home. I live alone. I take a lot of time to myself. But this whole situation has extremely brought the feeling of fucking depression now, dude. Like, I'm
loneliness, dude.
Lonely,
you feel
I'm
trapped
sad.
inside.
I'm like, it's not even because like I have friends I can go hang out with. Like, I can hang out, but I shouldn't hang out. And just like the actual act of going to a party or doing something, hanging out with your friends, doing something in public, getting buck, anything you do, being frowned upon right now, really hinders you. It really does, especially for us servers, as bartenders who thrive on social interaction, who just love to be mean to people because people are assholes and they love to get their mean out and just say, hey, go fuck yourself, Bill. I'm not pouring you another fucking Coors Light today. See you tomorrow. They live on that shit. They fucking live on that shit. They really do. You know, they thrive on the fact that they get to be mean all fucking day because they're mean people. But they get to go home and be nice at the end of the day. What are those people doing right now? They're sitting there being fucking mean to nobody. They're being mean to themselves, you know? That's what they're doing. They're being mean to themselves. Nobody else to be mean to.
Everyone's had a lot of alone time, dude.
Too much. What have you picked up
And
to keep busy? Drawing? Gloving?
well, I've been playing a lot of video games and gloving. I've been FaceTiming a lot of people that I honestly haven't talked to in a long time. So it's nice to like connect again with people via like FaceTime, which is pretty cool.
I'm telling you, dude, podcasting is the way of the future.
Dude, have you been to a grocery store anytime recently?
I live right next to a grocery store, and I don't have a car, so I go there like pretty often because when I go grocery shopping, I can't really just like grab like the week's worth of shit. I just gotta grab like, hey, I need a gallon of milk. Oh, there's my backpack. It's full now. Maybe maybe a loaf of bread too.
Yeah, when I go, I wear a mask, and
you should, as you should. It's not because you know why. Let me ask you this real quick. Why do you wear a mask? Are you worried about getting it, or are you worried about spreading it?
I'm worried about both.
Because you know it does nothing if you're worried about getting it.
I'm worried about
spreading it.
My mother.
So think about it. You wearing it and somebody who doesn't have it not wearing it. You still wearing that fucking mask and having it makes all the difference in the world. Because you like literally the way you spread those particles are covered by that mask. Like the only possible fucking way of you really spreading that shit, like for somebody to contract unless they give you a fucking hug or fuck you, you know, that could be prevented with just you wearing a mask. But the person who doesn't want to get it, that mask doesn't do a whole lot, which is crazy because like you could be touching shit. This is just based on like facts and like statistics I've been looking at and reading. Basically, the only thing that's going to help everybody is if we all just kind of take the initiative and wear that mask. You know?
Yeah.
Like it's not going to help you. Don't do it for yourself. Don't do it for your fucking health. Because it ain't doing shit for your health. Be realistic. What it's doing is it's helping fucking Billy's grandma from down the street who has cancer and survived it 8 times. 8 fucking times. She survived cancer 8 fucking times. But COVID-19 rolls in and kicks this bitch's ass like nothing. That's what we're trying to prevent. That's what we're trying to prevent, guys. Wear the mask. Don't worry about yourself. It's not for you.
Do it for everybody.
Do it for everybody.
We're all here together on Earth.
Do it for everybody. And right now, especially, like, I'm going to 100% say I'm guilty of, like, not wearing it plenty of times, especially with everything going on and it slowing down and things getting different. Dude, you can't even leave the fucking house in California without being fined, okay? Take it seriously, guys. I know California is full of a bunch of liberals and fucking hippies, but shit, some of them are right.
Hey, you know, we said it wasn't it's just such a big thing going on right now. It's kind of hard not to talk about it. It's affecting every little thing that we deal with. So,
well, Mr. Dellamonica, is there anything you want to throw on this podcast before we cut it a little short? Because I know after this all social distancing, everything slows down. We'll do another
I just
show.
want to say thanks for having me on, dude. It's been cool.
Oh, dude, it's been great. This is episode number 10, Young Blood Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not the Young Blood Podcast. It's Young Blood Podcast. And it's not just for young people. It's not just for old people. Young Blood Podcast is for all y'all out there, mainly for Boise locals, focused on Boise people. Because this is a podcast based on absolutely nothing you give a shit about other than the fact you're from Boise. And you like listening to your friends talk. And most of your friends might be on the show. If not, they will get on sooner than later. I appreciate you guys checking in. I appreciate you guys listening. Again, this is Nick Dellamonica. Go buy a shirt from Treasure Valley. Oh, of course, baby. Go buy a shirt from Treasure Valley Barber Co. Go buy a sweatshirt. Go buy a hoodie. Help them out. Also, little light on things. If they don't open up, sure as shit gonna be calling Nick to come to my house and do house calls. Sure as shit he'll be coming to yours too. And if you need his number, exactly. Sure as shit if you need, not you, Deli. Nick is the barber. Yeah, Nick is my barber. So my barber, he'll be coming to your house too. Take care of your hair. He told me, put the word out. If things don't go straight, if things don't go right, and you need a haircut, Treasure Valley Barbecue will still get you guys. But that's last minute. We're not trying to be advocates for spreading the whole coronavirus and not being nice to everybody else around us and following the rules. So that's what we're going to do. When it gets to the last minute and he's got to do that, his number will be available. It will be there. Nick Dellamonica, he's been phenomenal. He's been great. His mother's even better. Thanks for coming on the show. Thanks for being a good time. This is episode 10 of the Young Blood Podcast. Everybody, have a good night.
Hell